The Boston Red Sox have a golden opportunity, and yet they're not using it. It's time to call back up Kristian Campbell because I can count right now 3 different roster spots that are being used on players less deserving than KC. We'll get you the latest Red Sox news and information right here on Red Sox Digest. Welcome, everybody. I'm Jace Andrews, and I appreciate you tuning in to today's show. Hope you are having a good Wednesday wherever you might be. And to all who celebrate, happy Section 10 night at Fenway Park. If you're going, let me know. With that being said, though, let's get into today's video because it is an intriguing one to say the least. The Boston Red Sox, as of right now, are in a tough skid for a multitude of different reasons. We first start with this. They are now 7 games back of the Toronto Blue Jays for the AL East, 2 games back of the New York Yankees for the top wildcard spot, and are currently placed in the 3rd wildcard spot, just about 3 games up on the Cleveland Guardians. The Boston Red Sox have gone hot and cold, and since Roman Anthony has been injured, the team has gone cold. They won 2 out of 3 in Sacramento against the Athletics. However, the series against the Diamondbacks was a loss of 2 out of 3. They then lost 2 out of 3 to the New York Yankees in Fenway Park, and now they sit 0-1 against the Athletics in Fenway here in what is their second to last series at home. And I asked the question to Craig Breslow, Alex Cora, what needs to give? Why are we putting out this type of lineup in September? I understand the injuries, they plagued us. I understand that there's a lot of utility players on this team. But I'm sorry, Nate Eaton and Nick Sogard are not everyday players. Neither is David Hamilton. And if we're going to sit here and wave the white flag, if that's what we're going to do, then why in the world is Kristian Campbell not up on the roster? This guy was the rookie of the month in the first month of the season, and I understand. He did not look good. Let him come back up. Let him come play. He's on an extension for 6 years, and you need him up here. Maybe I'm off base, but I want to ask you here before I get into my reasoning. Do you think the Red Sox should call up Kristian Campbell? If you think yes, type Y. If you think no, type in. Do you think it's time for the Red Sox to call up Kristian Campbell? Obviously, I think it is. I think that the Red Sox put out a better lineup tonight. Obviously, Jarren Duran, Story, Bregman, Masataka Yoshida. We'll talk about him. Romy he's been great. Rob Refsnyer's good against lefties. Nathaniel Lowe, he's been up and down. Carlos has been good as of late. Ceddanne needs to figure something out because this guy may be the worst hitter in baseball over the past month and a half. I can't consider the Red Sox a serious baseball team and a playoff contender at all if they're going to continue to put out lineups in which it is not their best team. I can understand you want to change it up. I understand that Alex Cora, for as long as he has had this job as the Red Sox manager, he's been a big guy on, platooning guys. And when a lefty's out there, they're going to play Romy and Rob. And when a righty's out there, they're going to play Sogard. They're going to play Nate Eaton. And while I understand that to an extent, why in the world is Kristian Campbell not a part of that equation if you're going to platoon? I love Nick Sogard. Don't get me wrong. I think he is a great utility player. In fact, Alex Cora called him a World Series utility player, a championship caliber utility player. And I agree. Listen, I understand he is a very good player for a lot of different rights, but 267, 330 on base, 609 OPS, it's not doing it for me. It's not enough for me to look at this roster and say, yeah, Nick Sogard, he deserves that spot over Kristian Campbell. Even when September call-ups happened, you got those 2 extra roster spots, we thought, okay, here comes Kyle Harrison and Kristian Campbell. And instead, we got Nick Sogard and Zach Kelly. I can't be the only one sitting here wondering why players like Sogard or Nate Eaton, and Nate Eaton's been playing well. I'm not trying to, bash the guy because he's done exactly what he has been expected of him. But I look at this team from start to finish and think, man, we looked really good with a great lineup when you had Roman Anthony, Alex Bregman, Jarren Duran, Trevor Story as your top 4, and then from there it was, okay, who's hot right now? You're also missing out on Wilyer Abreu, and I understand the injuries are plaguing him, and that's why Nate Eaton is here. That's why Nick Sogard is here. But you have guys in the minor leagues, in a utility one, you want to call utility, Kristian Campbell has played games in center, left, right, first, and second in the minor leagues. Those are all positions that you've been playing utility / role-playing or platoon guys. Why is KC not up here? Why is he not up here? And I don't get me started with Masataka Yoshida. Chaim Bloom, for all the crap we give him about contracts, is deserving. This guy drafted fantastically, and the reason we have Marcelo and Kristian Campbell and Roman and Conley Early, it's all because of him. But the reason we have Masataka Yoshida to a horrendous contract is also Chaim Bloom. The reason we have horrendous contracts for a couple of guys is because of Chaim Bloom. And I am sorry, Masataka is worth however many $1 million over the next 2 years. It's time to end it. If you want to keep him on the roster, that's great. But I can't help but sit here and think, when we traded away Rafael Devers, we were going, oh yeah, guess what though, guys? We have Masataka Yoshida, guys. We're going to be fine. Masa, he's going to get on base every single play, every single at-bat. He's going to be on base. His on-base percentage is below 300. He hits the ball into the ground every single time. It's not worth a spot. And yet tonight, we're batting him fourth. We are a team trying to go to the playoffs, trying to make a run in the playoffs, a team that people talked about as a World Series contending team. And we are batting Masataka Yoshida fourth with his .618 OPS. We are not serious if we continue to allow this to happen. We are not serious if Craig Breslow continues to not call up Kristian Campbell. And I'm not the only one. Ballpark Buzz says this. Kristian Campbell should be starting tomorrow night. The guy had a .902 OPS in March and April. He's done more than David Hamilton, Nate Eaton, and Nick Sogard in their big league careers combined. I'm not saying they will get anywhere near the player when he was in April, but his ceiling is higher than theirs. And I don't want to hear the defensive argument. Hamilton has made costly errors this year, and Sogard and Eaton have botched the ball in right field yesterday. And Sogard made a costly base running error tonight as well. He got picked off last night. Don't expect Campbell to be perfect, but it's time to give him a chance. And I agree. I can't sit here and say that Kristian Campbell is going to be, otherworldly in the spark for this team, but he sure has a better spot and a better spark than that. Oh yeah. We're also carrying a third catcher in Ali Sanches. Because why not? Why not? We have Carlos Narvaez and Connor Wong, and yeah, we're pinch hitting, and Alex Cora stated, we're winning games because of Ali Sanches. Are we? I think we've also lost games because of him too. The 2 times he's come in and caught Aroldis Chapman, that's been the 2 worst outings of Aroldis Chapman's season. And we've talked about how Chapman has given so much credit to his success this season to his catchers. And we're throwing out Ali Sanches. We have him on the roster to play once a week, and that's winning us a game once a week. Cool. Kristian Campbell can win us a game every night. Listen, I'm not expecting the Red Sox to understand that KC is not going to be the player that he was in April and March. But he's dang good and should get a big spark from getting called back up to the major leagues. We need something on the offensive end. You scored 1 run last night against the Athletics, and a guy who you scored 7 runs in the first inning against last week. It's time to call him up. It's time to start being a serious baseball team for the final little bit of your MLB season, because if you don't, there is an actual possibility that you don't make the playoffs. And the fact that a month ago, and I know Roman Anthony, Wilyer Abreu injuries didn't happen. A month ago, we were talking World Series caliber. And now we're talking, man, I hope we make the playoffs. It's a disgrace. And it's partially due to the fact of Craig Breslow and his decision-making this trade deadline. Devers is gone. Whatever. I don't care. I think he would have helped this team for sure. But you traded for people who have, I would say for Dustin May, actively hurt the team more than helped. The pitching's been fine, but you didn't go out there and get this top-tier first baseman. You got Nathaniel O. He's been great. I still just don't see the reasoning behind the Red Sox and their movements the entire year. They've just felt off, and it seems like now we're finally starting to see them come back and bite Craig Breslow. We'll see, though. Red Sox got a game tonight at, 6:45 Eastern Time, Section 10 night at the ballpark. Hopefully you can join. But for now, we appreciate you We'll see you next time. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. For now, peace out, guys.